Mosse Kiener. Welcome to Streaming Part 2. We're heading towards the more intermediate to the more serious kind of tech. But let's just clear up. Hey guys, it's Gunther here from Outdoorphoto, and I'd like to talk to you about everything that's on the desk here this morning. We've got a variety of items that we've set out here and that we're going to use and demonstrate in specific situations depending on what you want to stream or what you want to do. So as soon as you want to go up to that next level, you want to create something different, you want to do a podcast, or it's becoming a little bit more serious in terms of the content you want to create and the quality you want to get out of it. We're going to specifically look at these little PSA ones from RØDE that you can actually add some of these RØDE NTGs on. Now, we've got reviews. You can check out the links in the description below to these reviews or on our channel. These are incredible little mics, and you can set them up depending on how you set up the audio system in your living space or your recording space. Depending on the different mic setups, you can also have a look at these RØDE USBs. We've got the RØDE USB Plus here as well. Incredible mics. Check out our full RØDE microphone shootout and challenge that we put out. We took these mics into the street to specifically go and demonstrate the audio quality you're going to get out of these mics. And the big factor around it is if you've got clean and crisp audio, people tend to listen to your podcast, your streaming, everything else. It just runs a lot better. That is so much easier when you're running it through something like this, the RØDE Pt.2, where you can now do streaming with multiple people talking. You can even have people phoning in, or you can phone people and connect your phone up to this thing via Bluetooth and then play that audio through the entire discussion. It records to a micro SD card, or you can just loop it into a switcher. Now, we're going to get to the switcher in a second. First off, I just want to focus on this thing. With the MIDI pads and everything else that you've got available on this, the functionality around it in terms of the music that you can play, the audio that comes through, these little MIDI pads, I mean, that's a hell of a lot better than one of these. But you have to go through a lot of those to get some of these. But that's the functionality. I mean, we've got the whole it's all here. I mean, everything's there. It's such an easy system to set up and get up and running, but it makes it so much more versatile in terms of what you can incorporate. So if you're doing multiple speakers in your shows or anything else, I would highly recommend looking at one of these. Depending on your setup and how you want to run things, do you want to display something else? Do you want to show your on-screen gaming that you're running? There are a variety of options in terms of switches. The one that we're looking at today is the Atom Mini Pro ISO. Now, the specific reason why I went with the Pro ISO here was to have a look at the different channels that we can actually broadcast. So you can either stream live with this device set up to your laptop and connected to the internet, and you can run up to 4 channels on the Atom Mini Pro ISO. The magic around the ISO for myself and in these situations that we build up is that you can actually record to an SSD, and the ISO version records all 4 channels it takes in. So I've got my laptop, or be it your gaming console or whatever is going to stream from there. You've got multiple cameras, and all these channels actually record to the hard drive with all their audio channels as well. I don't want to use that audio channel. I want to use this audio channel. So I ran this via a cable into the Atom Mini to its one mic line. And there we go. We've got separate audio. So I'm controlling the audio via the RØDE Pt.2. I've got great mic setups. I've got a versatility of these different items, and I've got a camera set up here looking at this desk. And just to kind of give you an example of what the layout is here. Adding all of this, we've also just added a little bit of a different look and feel to this by adding some lighting. I've got a decent top-down light with a Godox FL150. It's a nice, big, soft octobox, not an octobox, it's a square-shaped LED light panel. It's foldable, it's super convenient to travel around with. But in this setup, I'm a sucker for top-down lighting. So we've got that set up. It does create quite some harsh shadows in my face, which is a little bit moody, but in these situations, we don't necessarily want moody. So I just added a Luxio tube light. As soon as I do that, I've got clamshell lighting. It's a little bit of light from the bottom. Depending on where I'm moving my hands, I've got some shadows coming over my face, but it does help in terms of the lighting conditions. And depending on what you want to do and how many speakers there are, we would change the lighting conditions. One thing for sure is a decent big light is going to give you a much better image quality, along with a great sensor. So with this setup, we also changed to a different camera. We went with full frames versus the previous video where we started off with crop sensors and tiny micro four thirds sensors, and there's place for all those sensors in the market, but bigger typically is better. So we're going to go with the R8 in this video. Over the shoulder, I've got an R5 Mark II, but we just set that up. That is kind of going to be in part 3, the big video regarding what we've done here in our studio space, and we'll do a walkthrough in that, in showing exactly how we put everything together, why we did it, and where we feel our shortfalls are. More than welcome to drop us a comment in the section below. Tell us what you think about this review and what else you would have added or changed. Now, getting back to all of this and the entire setup, I've obviously got my laptop here that is streaming into this device, so it's recording that channel as well. I can scroll in, I can go on websites, I can do whatever, but everything's running through this, and all 4 of those channels are recording to the SSD or a hard drive. The big fat bonus that I've got on this as well, on these switches, I've simply added my Shinobi 2 from Atomos. Incredible handy little monitor. I can do a bigger monitor if I wish, I can do whatever, but I've got an HDMI out that I can control via this. So depending on the view that I'm looking for, if I switch that to there so that you can see what I'm seeing, I can actually change. Do I want multi-view, which gives me a different array of options? It shows me a preview, a program, all 4 channels that are coming in. It shows me the audio and the recording time. If I'm streaming, that's on there. And I can even add stills or overlays or other items with this. And it shows on the monitor. Now again, just for the ease of use and this setup in space that I've got here and running and gunning, instead of having a big monitor in front of me, I just simply added my Shinobi 2. That factor helps tremendously in terms of if you're going to a site somewhere, you can power this off of a power bank or use NPF batteries to power it. Moving on from this, so I've got my audio sorted out, I've got my lighting sorted out, I've got my streamer switches sorted out, I've got the screen sorted out, and I've got the camera sorted out. As soon as you start taking these steps, you start putting yourself above the rest. So it's 1,000 pots, guys. You're going to start off at part 1. You can dive into part 3 if you wish, but you're going to start off at part 1, and you're going to start building up as you grow your streaming, your channel, your business. We've seen it so many times in the shop. We help guys coming in. All of a sudden, their channel explodes. They might go in a completely different direction, and then we see the changes in gear start happening. They want bigger, better image quality, and they eventually evolve to a point where we are talking about these items, but I'd highly recommend check back for part 3 coming soon. And lastly, to check your audio and make sure everything is right. These NTH 100s from RØDE, I know it sounds like a RØDE commercial, but these are the most comfortable headphones that I've ever had in my entire life. It feels like a hug to your head. The gel tips over the ears The cushions, incredibly comfortable. The audio quality out of them are tremendously good. And the biggest factor to me is that you can sit for hours without feeling you need rest. You need to take them off of your head or your ears. So highly recommend coming to the store, coming to the shop, come and check out, come and speak to the go-to guys at Outdoor Photo. We've got these on the shelf at the bottom. You can test them out, hear them, feel them. I promise you, every time we put them on people's heads, they feel, let's just rip off the Band-Aid, give me one of those. For the guys streaming, there's also a mic option that you get out for the gamers. But for everything else, we've got it all in store. So come and check it out. Come and speak to the go-to guys at Outdoor Photo. And I look forward to hearing back from you guys about this review. Check out, again, for part 3 coming soon. We've changed some things in here. We're still adapting, learning, building on it, and improving it. We look forward to sharing that to you guys as well. Thanks, guys. Lekker. Cheers. I'm out. Check this thing is fancy. It's got a fade to black.